Hello, and today I am going to talk about a topic that victims are exposed to when they speak about or speak out about any form of abuse that they've experienced in a relationship. And one of the things that's always said, or is quite often said, is, if it was that bad, why did you stay? And so when I published my book, I was talking to other victims and survivors of domestic abuse. And one woman came forward with a list of some of the things she has down for why don't women leave. So the subject of this video today is stuck. Why do women stay? So why do women stay in relationships that have become toxic? Because perhaps they are trapped. A housewife who has no independent income, estranged from their family. And here is a list that came from another victim, telling the story of why don't women leave? 1. The man is scary and has threatened to harm himself, or you, or a pet, or even your children. 2. The man holds all the finances and has made the victim dependent on him and made it difficult to leave. 3. Financial abuse. Men sometimes coerce women into taking out loans in the victim's name as a way to trap them. 4. Society doesn't care, doesn't have enough resources to help, and sometimes the law isn't just. It's crooked. 5. They have children and pets together, and they will struggle financially if they leave. 6. The victim feels responsible for the abuser. 7. You feel more scared to leave than to stay because they've conditioned you to comply with their instructions, or you'll face the consequences. 8. You love them, at least who they were at the beginning, and even though you know you have lost them already, it's the final step to fully losing them entirely, including losing the potential future you hoped you would have. 9. They have ruined your self-esteem so badly that leaving isn't something you consider because you feel lucky to have some love. 10. You have tried to leave before and they have stopped you somehow. 11. You have no other options as they have isolated you, kept you financially dependent, and monitor what you do now, and perhaps even stopped you from working or earning a living. 12. You put your trust in him. You thought he loved you. Why did I stay? Because after his confession of cheating, I forgave him. He told me he was not running away. He asked me to trust him, and I did. Then, when I started feeling better about myself, I started to enjoy my life again. I started yoga, got involved in art classes, and did dance practice for months, building up to a carnival in the city where I live in the early months of 2020. When he told me how proud he was, I even started looking at website projects that I had shelved in the previous few years as a way to start earning my own income again. Post-separation abuse, a survivor's journey through betrayal and threats of homelessness. Drawing from lived experiences, this self-published book is more than just a memoir. It's a story from a survivor who was backed into a corner and then, while in shock and grief after the betrayal and abrupt termination of the relationship, was given legal advice to file a gender violence complaint against her former partner. At the same time, she was told to remain living in the property he had abandoned her in. The author starts her story with the tragic loss of her previous partner after he had died very suddenly on the day they were going on holiday together. Set against a backdrop of Spain, the author shares a harrowing tale of betrayal and abandonment at the hands of a former partner who callously discarded their relationship for another. As the author became aware that the person she was in a relationship with had been leading a double life through most of their time together, she then understood the emotional, psychological, and physical abuse she had experienced. All the while, the ex-partner was determined to undermine her emotional stability and financial security. The promises he had made before he abandoned her were all false, as he sought to deflect the blame and take no responsibility for what happened post-separation. This book is a vital resource for survivors, advocates, and anyone seeking to understand the insidious nature of abusive relationships and the transformative journey toward self-recovery. Through the experience of intuition of the missed red flags, the author shares a profoundly personal account of a relationship marred by domination and coercion. She grapples with the unsettling truth that her intuition had sounded alarms long before the relationship's demise. Available in English and Spanish via Amazon in paperback and Kindle, as well as worldwide distribution through online ebook stores. Thank you for listening. See you on the next video. Bye for now.